promises of Christ? Before he ascended to heaven, he assured his friends, "I am with you always, to the end of the age." Matthew 28:20. Those words must have meant everything to John. Picture the aged apostle as he shares these stories. He's an old man, hair silver, skin wrinkled, but his eyes are full of hope, and he has a laugh that can fill a room. He pastors a collection of Christ followers in Ephesus. He loves to tell, and they love to hear, about the day some 6 decades earlier, and 1,000 miles removed, when Jesus invited him to lay down the fishing net and follow him. John did. So did Peter, Andrew, and James. They are gone now. They've long since fulfilled their missions and finished their lives. Only John remains. And John, likely knowing his days are coming to an end, takes on one final task. Mark's gospel is in circulation. Matthew and Luke have compiled their accounts of the life of Christ. John wants to do the same. Yet his gospel will be different. He seeks to tell stories they didn't, and to add details to stories they told. He selects for his gospel a cross-section of signs. He takes us to Cana to sample some wine, then to Capernaum to watch a father embrace the son he feared would die. We feel the fury of an angry storm in Galilee, and hear the murmur of a hungry crowd on a hillside. We watch a paralytic stand up, and a blind man look up. Before John is done, he'll lead us through 2 cemeteries and near 1 cross, and invite us to eavesdrop on a breakfast chat that changed the life of an apostle. John's chosen miracles run the gamut from a wedding oversight to a violent execution, from empty bellies to empty dreams, from abandoned hopes to buried friends. And we will be careful, oh, so careful, to see the signs as John designed them to be seen, not as entries in a history book, but as samples from God's playbook. All these events stand together as one voice, calling on you to lift your eyes and open your heart to the possibility, indeed the reality, that the greatest force in the universe is one who means you well and brings you hope. John recorded them not to impress us, but to urge us to believe in the tender presence and mighty power of Christ. This montage of miracles proclaims, God's got this. Think it's up to you and you ain't much? Hogwash. God can carry you. You're stronger than you think because God is nearer than you know. Jesus touched wounds. He spoke words of hope. Lives were improved. Blessings were bestowed. There was a message in his miracles. I am here. I care. Had Jesus wanted just to make a case for his divinity, he could have materialized a flock of birds out of thin air and caused trees to uproot and float away. He could have turned creeks into waterfalls or rocks into bumblebees. Such deeds would have demonstrated his power. But Jesus wanted us to see more. He wanted to show us that there is a miracle-working God who loves, cares, and comes to our aid. Do we not need this message today? This book is a child of the quarantine. I completed it during the days of coronavirus. When I began writing it some months ago, COVID-19 was unknown to most. Phrases like social distancing and shelter in place may have been found in manuals, but not in our street vocabulary. But that's all changed. As of this writing, millions of people are hunkered and bunkered in apartments, houses, huts, and cabins. This crisis exacerbated an already rampant epidemic of isolation and depression. One study found that loneliness is as dangerous to one's health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It can lead to dementia.